The Chief Minister 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗔𝗬𝗔 has an office in Tura. It's called the Chief Minister's office in Tura. The Chief Minister, along with the Public Health Engineering Minister, they were holding meetings with some of the protesting groups. And then, according to official sources, some vested interest groups created a ruckus outside. They created some scenes of violence. They started pelting stones at the Chief Minister's office. And there was police contingents rushed in. Additional police contingents rushed into the area, and they have fired tear gas shells. The Chief Minister and the Public Health Engineering Ministers, besides senior officials, are still holed up inside the Chief Minister's office in Tura. This is an absolutely unprecedented development as far as Meghalaya is concerned, where the Chief Minister's office has been targeted by miscreants. These are the officials are describing this. Sources close to the Chief Minister and others are describing it as vested interest groups. And the Chief Minister was in Tura holding a meeting with the different protesting organizations, trying to resolve some of these issues. And the Public Health Engineering Minister was along with him at the Chief Minister's office in Tura, where this violence took place outside. There was stone pelting at the Chief Minister's office, and this has led additional police contingents rushed into the area and have fired tear gas cells. The Chief Minister is still holed up in that office, along with the PHE Minister and other senior officials. Priya, what other details that you have?
At least one policeman and several CRPF already injured.
Absolutely. That means this is one policeman and one CRPF personnel have been injured. That means there is the police and paramilitary forces are there, and this mob basically vested interest mob. This has gheraoed the Chief Minister's office. They have encircled the Chief Minister's office. That's what we are getting reports. This is an unprecedented development taking place in Tura in Meghalaya, where Chief Minister 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓 is under some kind of a siege at the Chief Minister's office in Tura. He was there along with the PHE Minister trying to resolve some of the issues raised by the protesters. They have been protesting for several days now on various issues, and the Chief Minister was there trying to resolve some of these issues, trying to talk to the protesters, when vested interest groups surrounded the entire office and started pelting stones, forcing the police and paramilitary enforcement to arrive in that area and fire tear gas cells. So this is the big breaking story at this point in time, that the Chief Minister 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓 is under some kind of a siege at Tura there at his office. He's holed up there along with Public Health Engineering Minister. Several senior officials are there. None of the staff are able to get out of the thing. The situation is quite tense in the area. The police and paramilitary presence are there. There are CRPF. We are getting reports that one policeman and one CRPF personnel are injured. We are unable to confirm this whether there are more such injuries and all. We will try to connect with Biplab, our correspondent, and see what is happening. We'll also try to connect with Purbasa in Shillong to find out more on this particular story. Priya, what other details? Do you have any details in the meantime?
Right, Wasbir, as per reports that we are getting in at this point in time, the 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓 leaders, the locals, they are angry with Chief Minister's delay in visiting Tura and addressing the winter capital issue. And we also have Biplab Dev with us, Wasbir.
Biplab, run us through what is happening there. Biplab, tell us, give us an update. What led to this violence? What was the trigger?
Actually, these protesters, the protesting groups have had a lengthy meeting with the CM. The meeting started at about 3:30 p.m. this afternoon and ended almost at about 6. After that, the Chief Minister held a small press conference, explaining the situation and what has been spoken about. But in the meantime, various people from across, we believe it's across gheraoed, have actually gathered at the protest site, and they've been there since morning. And initially they were peaceful, but then I think things took a turn when they were possibly not updated on the developments itself, and that is when matters actually turned hostile, and there's been stone pelting, bricks that were lying around that have been actually brought from some other places nearby. They've been thrown. The ambulance that was parked there for these protesters who were on hunger strike for 13 days, that has been pelted with stones and has suffered massive damage. And the site where the protesters were, the dharna site has also been burnt down. along with another fire and emergency service ambulance. So this is people who've been stuck inside have just told me that they aren't able to come out because they're fearful for their lives. And these include reporters from various agencies who were there, to try and cover what was happening.
Right, Biplab, we are getting reports that one policeman and one CRPF personnel have already been injured, and the police are also there in strength. They have also resorted to tear gas shelling.
Yes, this report is actually about 15-20 minutes old, and the tear gas shelling was done to try and disperse the crowd, but then the crowd has actually multiplied in numbers.
What is the number of the crowd? What is the roughly what is the size of the crowd there?
It's actually very difficult to determine because the people who are inside have not been able to come out to to gauge the numbers. But then we expect the numbers to be at least in the hundreds, and the mob is really unruly, and they're not going to actually. I don't think they'll be looking to hear to any kind of reason, and so we can expect some more.
Can you, Biplab, very briefly, we are running short of time, Biplab. Can you tell our viewers what were the main demands of this group and which are these 𝗟𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗚𝗏 groups? What is the name of the group and what are their main demands?
There were generally just two demands. One was for the winter capital in Tura, and the second was for clearance of backlog jobs that were meant for the Garo tribe itself. So these are the two main issues on which this is the 13th day that the hunger strike has been running, and today was the day when the CM had actually come forward to have a chat with these with the protesting groups, and that is when these protesting groups were led by 𝗟𝗓𝗥𝗧𝗏 but had other NGOs including AAYF, then GSMC, the Garo State Movement Committee, the All 𝗟𝗓𝗥 Youth Federation.
No. When the violence took place, where were these 𝗟𝗓𝗥 leaders who had already had the meeting with the chief minister? Where were they? Were they already out of the office?
They're still stuck in the office. They're also within the compound of the mini secretariat because they too are fearful of coming out of the just-in place. They tried initially to pacify the crowd, but then they were not heard.
So, Biplab, will it be correct to say that some of these leaders have lost control of the situation now?
Oh, definitely. Because as of now, the crowd's completely out of control, and I think it'll just take time, for them to dissipate, and that will be possibly in another 2-3 hours when they feel, there's enough damage is done that they'll actually go back home.
We will try and connect with the Chief Minister, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏, because the people will be worried about his safety. Do you think he's fine? He's safe, right?
He's safe. He's safe, but he's holed up inside the major secretariat, like our news channel actually put forward. It's a siege, really.